wonderful people, good evening to you all. Hope you are all fine. It's another time in the studio tonight, and I say a big welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining in the show. You're welcome to another episode, another time in the studio. Life Matters with KOAT. And tonight we're going to be discussing about something very important. It is a very crucial issue. Yes, someone sent a story in to me, and that is what we'll be doing tonight. Tonight's show promises to be great, promises to be interesting. It's also controversial. It's something you love to shook mouth. You go just want shook mouth into that matter, because it is something that happens, that has happened to, in fact, majorly every woman out there. So call your friends, call your sisters, call your mom. Please call all mothers. Call all mothers. It is a mother issue, yes. Call your mothers, call your big aunts, and call everyone. But before we go into the show, we'll be going on a short break. Do not touch that dial. Grab your popcorn, grab your biscuits, take everything that's going to take sleep off your eyes. We'll be right back.
Yeah, what's up? My name is DJ YK Mule, or that DJ, is still DJ. Keep watching View Radio TV
and listening to View Radio. You can watch and listen. Make sure that you watch View Radio, because you could view the radio, you could hear the radio.
I'm on to View Radio and View TV, so keep watching and keep listening.
Keep watching and listening to View Radio.
Keep listening and keep
all over
tracking, keep following, keep talking the radio.
Keep watching View Radio.
Keep watching View Radio. Yeah, what's up?
All right, you're welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, you're welcome. And it's Life Matters with KOAT on View Radio, the radio that is beyond your view, the radio beyond your view, your number one online radio station with a difference. Yes, if you're just joining us, it is Life Matters with KOAT, and tonight I brought something interesting to you. You're just joining us and you're wondering what Life Matters with KOAT, the show, is all about. It is a show where we come here to discuss about real life issues. We share things that are trending, that will be of advantage to us, that we can learn from. And also, you want to share your story, a story of someone that you want to be heard on the show. You can send it in to us, and that is what Life Matters with KOAT is all about. So tonight, earlier during the weekend, I got a message from someone who told someone about the show, and I chatted with the person, and the person was sharing a story with me, and we're talking about mother-in-law hassle. I'll be reading it exactly the way the person sent it to me. She needs your advice, or we just want to talk about it because it is very rampant. It is very rampant. I have a sister. My sister also has something similar to what this person is talking about. So when I read about it, when we chatted, I could relate, and I'm going to be reading the story. Please listen attentively and please follow me. She says, "Hello KOAT, please help me. My mother-in-law hates me. It didn't start like that. She was so loving when I met her, and even after our wedding. I just need advice on what to do concerning her, cause I'm losing it. She almost beat me up earlier this month. She had her way by slapping me twice. I almost arrested her earlier this month. Please help me air this on your show. My name is Shola E. Shola E. And that's what we're discussing about today. So when I got the message, I asked this person of her husband, and she was like, her husband doesn't want to interfere at all. Her husband does not want to interfere. And if you look at what I read later, she said she just wants to, she needs advice on what to do concerning her mother-in-law. Like, she wants to take the action. She does not even really care about her husband not being involved and all of that. And while we were chatting, we could not place the whole thing. We just had to summarize it in this, form. But the real story is this day that issue happened, whereby her mother-in-law slapped her twice. Her husband wasn't around that particular day, so the mother-in-law came around and asked for the key to the guest's room, of which she said she doesn't know where it is. She was not sure, as her husband was the one who was in custody of the key. And truly, according to her, she was like, she actually couldn't place where the husband kept the key. And the mother-in-law started insulting her, talking to her, and she said she flared up and was like, "Mommy, Otito, like, it is okay. I can't find this key." And the next thing is, like, she slapped her the first time. She said after the first time, she, her countenance, her gesticulation, she said she was already angry. She opened up, and the next thing was like, "If you repeat that again, I'm going to slap you again." And her response, "Mommy, you would not do that." And the second and the third time. And that is what we'll be talking about today. So it was at that point she wanted to arrest her mother-in-law. But I think she did not. Maybe she called one of her younger sister, and that one was like, "No, this woman already hates you, and if you do this, the hatred will become more." And that is what we'll be talking about today. For those who are just joining us, let me quickly read through the story again. Hello, KOAT, please help me. My mother-in-law hates me, and it didn't start like that. She was so loving when I met her, and even after our wedding. I just need advice on what to do concerning her, because I'm losing it. She almost beat me up earlier this month. She had her way by slapping me twice. I almost arrested her earlier this month. Please help me air this on your show. My name is Shola E. So Miss Shola E needs your advice on what to do in this situation, because according to her, if it repeats itself, she will be forced, to take a step. She was ready. She said, mother-in-law or no mother-in-law, because instead of her to take law into her hands, it is better she does something that, will be handled in another way. She needs your advice. What advice do you have for Shola E? You can drop your comments. You can call in the show. We are live. We are live on all our social media platforms. We are live on YouTube. You can drop your comments there. You can, follow us on Instagram. We are live. And on Facebook, we are live. You can also drop your comments. She needs your advice. What advice would you give to her? And the number to drop your SMS and to call in is 080-2241-4183. 2241-4183. Before we start taking comments and before we go on a short break, you would agree with me that this issue of ladies, of women having, problems with their mother-in-law is very, very rampant. Like, very, very. Hardly would you not see. It might not be, it might not be as bogus as, what everyone is facing. But you would hear something that, this woman will shall complain. This woman will, I remember one of my friends, when she met a man, he's actually a slim person. Like, right from start, you will know that, this person is slim. While my friend was a bit, she's chubby, chubby, fair and beautiful, of which the mother-in-law saw the two of them, along the line in their marriage. Anytime they go visiting, or anytime she comes visiting, she will always say, you are just getting fat, he shall getting thin. So this thing is, that one is not to the stage of she beating her and all of that. So this thing is really, really, really happening. Everybody has one thing or the other to say. Do you have one thing to say about it? What do you have to say about it? What advice do you have for this lady? We will go on a very short break, and when we come back, I'll be reading our comments and I'll be open. The floor is open to pick your calls. Don't go nowhere. We will be right back. Alrighty, welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, you're still welcome. Yes, you're still right on track. And what are we discussing about today? Mother-in-law wahala, mother-in-law saga. If you call 10 men to the show now, 8 will have something to say that is not really palatable about their mother-in-law. Yes, you agree with me? Yes or no? I am right? If you call 8, yeah, they will have something to say. They will have something to say. Why is it always like that? And I think this whole thing starts from me. It starts from you. It starts from every young lady that has not given birth to erase it off their head. Some people still say that, me, when no woman will try rubbish with my son. No, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. So the discussion of today is about a lady who sent in a story of a mother-in-law, who hates her, which it wasn't like that before. And the mother-in-law almost beat her up, but tried slapping her. She slapped her 3 times. And she wanted to take the step of arresting her mother-in-law. What she needs your advice. She needs our advice. And I'm sure she'll be in the comment section watching in the show. I have comments on Facebook already, and this one is coming from Chioma Uka, and she says, welcome Miss KOAT, welcome Miss Chioma, you're welcome to the show. Hey, she says, happy belated birthday. Thank you ma, thank you. Mother-in-law saga. Mother-in-law saga. And she says 60 to 70% of women have issues with their mother-in-law. If many mothers are given the opportunity, they will marry their sons. Really? Okay, but truth be told, mama, please free this spouse to enjoy and live their life. Thank you so very much, ma'am. What I used to think of is that when you don't want your son to, enjoy his wife, or you got married, someone left you alone to have your own peace. Okay, even if I tell you you also had issue with your own mother-in-law, you knew what you faced. Do you also want that girl that is coming into your son's life to face the same thing? Let us think of it well. Thank you so very much for your message. And I have a message on WhatsApp already, and this one is from Tade, and it says, Omo, now wow, how would you slap your son's wife? Like how? Miss Shola E, just take it easy, but I do not know why your husband doesn't want to interfere. If he really loves you, he should please interfere. And that was from Tade. Thank you so very much, Tade. Miss Shola E, we don't really know why your husband does not want to interfere, but it would be nice if he interferes in this matter, because I feel at this point he's the only one that can save you now. I know some son-in-law that once they stand up for their wife, the mother dare not, go ahead to threaten them or to, act wicked to them. And I have another one, and this one is from Kenny, and she says, good evening, KOAT. Why is the mother-in-law hassle rampant like this? I don't just understand. Mine is similar, but my husband most times doesn't take it lightly with his mom. Well, we don't know why your husband doesn't want to interfere. Since he doesn't want to, you just have to take it easy and keep praying to God to touch her heart and let her leave you the hell alone. Thank you so very much. I hope Shalai is listening. I think Kenny is bringing it now from the spiritual aspect. You need to pray to God. There is nothing that cannot be said to God when you go down on your knees. Thank you so very much, Kenny. And I have another one, and this one is from Being Pay, and it says, okay, I have to read this in Yoruba. She says, Iwa buruku kun owo awon iya oko yi. Let me translate it to you. That is, bad character just full of this mother-in-law and sha. She says, slap, like almost beat you up. Why now? Do you still are sweet? My dear, no grief for her. If your husband doesn't want to interfere, because Allah is dad or anyone in their family that has sense. Because I know that father-in-laws have sense most times than mother-in-laws. Deep, and that was from Being Pay. And it's true, we've never ever heard, it might be, but we've never heard about father-in-law issue. All those fathers, all those men, they are always like, but we women, we women, we are the ones, because all these should be all those. It is well, it is well. I have another one, and this one is from Damilola, and it says, good evening, KOAT. Miss Shola E, I understand how you feel. My mother-in-law showed me shaggy. She went to be with the Lord late last year, but through all she was doing to me, I just kept calm and kept praying to God to fight for me. You won't believe that when she got sick, that eventually led to her demise, she accused me, saying I was the one that sent sickness to her. B, you can imagine what I passed through. She went as far as telling everyone who cared and those who didn't care to hear that I was the cause of her sickness. Sis, just keep calm. Don't fight her. Don't even abuse her. Do not retaliate. Leave her for God to judge. Leave her for God to judge. Don't take law into your hands. And that is from Damilola. All right, going back to Facebook, I have comments on Facebook, and this is from Miriam Olaide. Welcome, Miriam Olaide. And she says, some mother-in-law can be so mean. Nevertheless, it is important to set boundaries and communicate openly with your partner about how you feel. And that is so on point, to communicate how you feel. Another one, if your man loves you, this one is from Chioma Ukan, says, if your man loves you, he should defend you from the horrors of his mother. Yes, I agree with her. Most married men are boys. Yes, like one of our fathers will say, like someone I respect a lot will say, yes, she got it. I'm just going into marriage. People don't expect more because he is a boy. And that is the truth. Most married men are boys, because I see no reason why you cannot stand up for your wife. Like, you are the man of the house. You should handle it in such a way that we won't disrespect our mother, we won't disrespect mama at all. But to stand up to settle the issue, because this Shalai's husband does not want to interfere. And that was a wonderful comment from Chioma Uka. Right, we'll quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, we'll be taking more comments, we'll be taking more calls. Please don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
YK Mule Oga DJ, the street DJ. Keep watching View Radio TV
and listening to View Radio. You can watch and listen. Make sure that you watch View Radio because you could view the radio, you could hear the radio.
I'm on to View Radio and View TV, so keep watching and keep listening.
Keep watching and listening to View Radio.
Keep listening and keep tracking, keep following, keep stalking the radio.
Keep watching View Radio.
Keep watching View Radio.
Alright, you're welcome back. You're welcome back to the show. It is still Life Matters with KOAT on View Radio. And on the show tonight, we're talking about mother-in-law assault, mother-in-law saga, mother-in-law wahala, mother-in-law gobe, and that is what we're talking about. And it is a story of someone sent in a story during the weekend of a mother-in-law, who ate her, who, although she said it did not start that way, that she did not just know what happened, but she tried to beat her, but she didn't beat her, but she slapped her 3 times. And what caused the issue? Key or no key, she came to the house, her husband was not around, and the mother-in-law asked for the key to the guest room, and she said innocently she actually could not, figure out where the key was, and the mother-in-law, started shouting and abusing her, of which she said, she replied that take it easy, mommy, calm down. And mama slapped her. She's like, mommy, you won't slap me again, I will slap you, what will you do? Those kind of things. And the second slap, the third slap. And she said immediately she wanted to, she almost took the action of calling in the police to arrest her mother-in-law, but she didn't, because she shared with her sister, who told her not to, that if you do that, it is going to, this fight no go finish. And she needs her advice, like what will she do? And I asked about her husband, of course that's the next thing to ask, what's your husband doing about this? And I said the husband does not want to interfere, he does not want, he's not interested in the issue, all these mark mommy people, but Baba has to interfere now. So that is what we're talking about tonight. So drop in your comments, drop in your contributions. What do you feel about this? And I want to release something to a comment that I read earlier. You can hear what that lady said. She said her mother-in-law was on her neck, she fell sick, and even on the sick bed, mama was still giving her wahala, that you are the one that sends sickness to me, and those kind of things. If you call people here and they start saying their own, it might even be worse than Shola's mother-in-law's wahala. It might be worse. May God help us. And we that are not married, or that our children are still small and they've not gotten married, may God make people like us good mother-in-laws. We will not be that kind of mother-in-law that our wife, the wife of our children, our son, will be like, there are some people that will say, I don't want his mom to be alive. May they not wish us dead because of some mother-in-law that have done bad in the past. But let's not lie, most times I'll be like, any mother-in-law that is going to give me wahala, Holy Ghost fire. But no, we'll not pray for death, and we will not do that. So that is what we're talking about today. I have more comments on Facebook, and this one is from Chioma Uka. She says, most of these mother-in-laws will not take the same treatment from their daughter's mother-in-law. We died here. That woman is in but they are comfortable dishing it out to someone's daughter. Please tell the lady in question to take things easy and be praying, and also involve family members if the husband is not managing the situation the way it should. Yes, thank you, and I quite agree with her. Maybe you can get in touch with your father-in-law, or someone who has, like our commenter said, someone who has sense in the family. All right, I have another one here, and this one is from Omolola, and this one says, your husband doesn't want to interfere. He is the one that can help this matter, says God, and God won't come down to help you. You should have even arrested herself. By force by fire your husband will interfere. Rubbish. And that was from Omolola. And another one that I have here on SMS, this one is from Okpeyemi, and it says, I blame my husband. What is he looking at that things got out of hand like that? Why won't he interfere? He should though. All these mother-in-law are looking for daft wife that they can be controlling. And what is doing most of them is insecurity. They feel so insecure that their sons will shift attention to the wives and not love them the way they used to before marriage. And that was from Okpeyemi. But my answer to that will be, why are they feeling so insecure? The only thing that should make a mother-in-law feel insecure is probably she asked, or she made findings about the wife, and she heard that the girl has a ulterior motive or a bad spirit. Okay, we have a call. Hello, good evening. Yes, your name and where you're calling from. Okay, so what do you have to say about this mother-in-law wahala? Hello. Yeah, so what do you have to say about this mother-in-law wahala? Oh, sorry, we lost that call. Please do well to call us back. Okay, I was talking about the last comment I read is that mother-in-laws that feel insecure, like why? Feel insecure that she's going to take you away from him. All right, our caller is calling us back. And hello, good evening. Hello. All right, we lost that call, and let us take another comment. And this one is from Adeyinka, because we do not have all the old time. And this one, she says, does she have a daughter? Let her not forget. Why trouble your daughter-in-law? Why? Don't forget you have your own daughter. Let's teach ourselves to learn to mind our business when our sons get married. Mothers in the house, mothers in the comment section, mothers amongst the audience, hope you are hearing. She says, let us learn to mind our business when our sons get married. And that was from Adeyinka. And I have another one, and this one is from Ruka, and it says, some mother-in-law are from the pit of hell. Mine did worse. I no agree for her. She really frustrated me. Miss Shola E, just take it easy. Take it easy. And that was from Ruka. Thank you so very much, Ruka. And another one that I have here is from Itunu, and it says, ladies, let's come over here. Let's not have this mentality of growing up to even trouble the wives of our son. Mother-in-laws, leave your son's wife alone. Let them breathe. And that was from Itunu. We'll be going on a short break, and when we come back, we'll be taking more calls and comments. Okay, all right, you're welcome back into the show. We're sorry for missing that call. Please let us quickly pick this call. Hello, good evening. Yes, you're welcome to the show. Your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Funke.
Funke from Ogijo. Okay, concerning this mother-in-law wala issue, like, what do you have to say? What advice do you have for this lady in question?
Okay, my advice for her is just to take it easy. She
Mm.
just has to take it easy and calm down. And her husband really needs to support her at this point in time, because it's not everybody that can take up what is going on in their family. So this is when the husband, she really needs her husband.
Yes.
So he really has to come up. He's saying he doesn't want to interfere. I don't understand. I don't know the reason why.
Why?
He has to. He has to do something. She can't just do it alone on her own. And I think most of these mother-in-laws, they are just being insecure. They don't want the attention to shift. They feel the wives will come and take
away all the love.
Yes, they feel their son will not love them the way they used to before. So they feel that wife is like an obstacle. It takes a woman who has a fear of God to accept a child's wife as her own. Most of them are just being insecure and they just feel their son will not have their time again. So the husband should come up. He shouldn't just keep quiet. He needs to interfere, stand up for his wife. They are now one family. You shouldn't leave her alone to take all those insults. Slap 3 times.
3 times. Thank you so very much for your comments. We appreciate your call. Thank you so much. We heard from our caller. Yes, it takes a woman, a woman who has the fear of God. Who has the fear of God. So every woman, every single out there, let us, this topic that came up, I actually learned from it. Like, because I wouldn't want to get married and have issues with my mother-in-law. We can all do better. And to all our mothers, our aunts, who are getting to the stage of marrying their son off, let us take things easy. Let us do the right thing. Everyone's life matter. The way your own daughter lies. And one thing about this mother-in-law is, if it was their daughter, like one of our commenters said on Facebook, if it was their daughter that called them to tell them how our own mother-in-law is treating her, they won't take it easy. So why treat someone else's child, someone else's daughter that way? Let us do better. It's about to end. We're about to end the show, but before I go, please let me just run through these 2 comments. I have more, but I will just take 2 and then we wrap up the show. And I have this one on WhatsApp, and this one is from Ayomide, and it says, look for a way to calm mama down and have a heart-to-heart conversation with her. Tell her you two shouldn't be enemies. Ask her to tell you your offense and apologize if need be. You might have done something. And that was from Ayomide. Misholai, if you're listening to us, you should have a heart-to-heart conversation talk with mama. You don't know, you might have offended her. We do not know, but just calm mama down. Thank you so very much, Ayomide. And the last comment I'll be taking is from Ibrahim, and it says, there is no smoke without fire. She should reanalyze their relationship again from the genesis, or have a hearty chat with her husband's siblings, preferably someone who is mama's ally, to know where it all went wrong. And that is from Mr. Ibrahim. And one more on Facebook before we go, from our commenter, Chioma Uka. Finally, mothers should free their sons to marry their wives and enjoy their marriage for once. Please, we are begging. But if you are in this kind of tight corner, you really need to communicate with your husband. But hence, Miss Shola said it didn't start like this. Let her go back and check if she has not wronged her mother-in-law in any way. And we've come to the end of the show. Thank you all so much for joining in the show, for your calls, for your comments, for sticking around. It wouldn't have been a wonderful show without you all. But before I go and give appreciation to whom appreciation is due to, I will leave us on this note. Let us all do better. Let us all endeavor to do the right thing I'm talking to all ladies, all girl child, around the globe, who one day become, someone's daughter-in-law, and will also one day be a mother-in-law. What goes around comes around. And those that do not have it easy in their marriage now, please do not say, the wife that will marry my son, she's going to hear it. No, don't do that. You know what you passed through. You know it was not palatable. So imagine that lady. Please let us do what is right. And I pray God helps everyone. And to all mother-in-laws who are giving their, daughter-in-law tough time, we pray God touches their hearts. The Holy Book says we should pray for our enemies. So we pray for them that God will touch all their hearts. All right, before I go, I'd like to give appreciation to Almighty God for a successful show. And also I'd like to thank the executive producer, Mr. Oluwatoyin Adesuji. Thank you, sir, for giving all this great platform to be seen, to be heard, to do this. I appreciate everything, sir. And studio manager, number one and only Madam Chi for the cheese. Thank you so very much for being there. And to Victor James, who is the studio engineer, the number one, the Odogu, the Dongogon of View Radio. Thank you so much. And to everyone, I want you to stay blessed. Don't run into trouble. Remember, always do the right thing. Till I come your way next week. Good night.